Ladies and gentlemen, loneliness is often seen as a void, a deep, aching emptiness we strive to escape. Yet, what if I told you it is not a curse, but an invitation? An invitation to explore a profound truth hidden in plain sight, that loneliness is not merely about being alone. It is a divine path to understanding the nature of existence itself. Think of it, every great journey begins with separation. A seed buried in darkness. A traveler leaving the familiar behind. Loneliness is the fertile ground where transformation begins. It is not here to punish you, it is here to reveal you. In the silence of solitude, we start to hear something remarkable. The voice beneath all voices. The self that exists beyond titles, relationships, and fleeting identities. It is in these moments we begin to see loneliness is not the absence of connection, but the doorway to a deeper communion with ourselves, with life, and with the universe. And yet we resist it. We reach for distractions, relationships, and noise to fill the void. Why? Because loneliness scares us. It holds up a mirror, showing us who we are without the crutches of the world. But in that very reflection lies the treasure. To walk this path is to peel away the layers and uncover the truth that the separation we feel is an illusion. You see, loneliness teaches us that while we are alone, we are never apart. The same breath moves through you and me, through the winds, the oceans, and the stars. In embracing loneliness, we dissolve the illusion of I and discover the truth of we. So let us not fear loneliness. Let us welcome it as the sacred guide it is, for only by walking this path can we find the truth we seek. Loneliness is often misinterpreted as an empty void, a space devoid of meaning or purpose, yet it is, in truth, a mirror reflecting back to us the raw and unfiltered essence of who we are. When we are alone, stripped of distractions, and disconnected from external validation, what remains is our unadorned self. This mirror does not lie, it reveals our fears, desires, and the parts of ourselves we often avoid acknowledging. In solitude, we encounter our thoughts as they are, without the noise of the outside world to drown them out. We come face to face with the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we need to feel whole. These reflections can be uncomfortable, even painful, but they are also an invitation to self-awareness. The mirror of loneliness allows us to see beyond the surface, to recognize patterns, and to confront the unresolved parts of our inner world. It is through this mirror that we begin to see the masks we wear in our daily lives. The roles, expectations, and personas we adopt for others become transparent, revealing the deeper truth of our individuality. Loneliness, in this way, becomes a sacred opportunity, a chance to explore the hidden corners of our psyche, to understand what truly matters, and to reconcile with the parts of ourselves we may have neglected or forgotten. The reflections seen in loneliness challenge us to let go of external definitions of identity and worth. They encourage us to question the belief that fulfillment comes solely from outside ourselves, urging us instead to look inward for the answers. This mirror reflects not only what we are, but also the vast potential of what we can become when we face ourselves fully and without fear. The pain of separation is one of the most profound experiences we encounter, for it strikes at the core of our human longing for connection and belonging. Whether it is the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or the feeling of being isolated from the world, separation often feels like a tearing apart of the self. Yet beneath this pain lies a hidden truth: separation is not an end, but a beginning. In the moments when we feel most fragmented, something extraordinary begins to unfold. The pain we experience forces us to turn inward, to seek meaning and understanding within ourselves rather than in external sources. This inward journey is the seedbed of transformation, where the layers of dependency and illusion begin to peel away, revealing a deeper strength and clarity. Separation serves as a kind of alchemy. It burns away the superficial, leaving only what is essential. In this process, we come to recognize that what we thought defined us, relationships, roles, or circumstances, was never the full picture. The pain acts as a catalyst, breaking apart our old identity and making space for something new to emerge. It is through this rupture that growth becomes possible. Just as a caterpillar must dissolve within its cocoon to become a butterfly, we too must endure the discomfort of separation to evolve. This process is not gentle. It asks us to confront our fears, our attachments, and our resistance to change. But in doing so, it opens the door to profound self-discovery and renewal. Separation also teaches us resilience. It reminds us that while connections may ebb and flow, the essence of who we are remains intact. In the space created by separation, we begin to see the infinite potential within ourselves, a potential that is not bound by external circumstances but is rooted in the very fabric of our being. Solitude, often mistaken for isolation, is not a withdrawal from connection but a gateway to it. When we step away from the busyness of life and the endless hum of interactions, we create the space to reconnect with ourselves, the world around us, and the deeper threads that bind all existence. In solitude, we are free to explore the vast inner landscape that is often overshadowed by the demands and distractions of daily life. This exploration allows us to understand ourselves more fully, our desires, fears, and authentic essence. When we are deeply attuned to our own nature, we can approach relationships in the world with greater clarity and purpose, unburdened by the noise of external expectations. Paradoxically, solitude enhances our capacity for empathy and connection with others. By sitting with our own experiences, we come to recognize the universality of human emotions. We see that the joys and sorrows we encounter are not unique to us but shared by all. This understanding fosters a sense of unity, even in the quietest moments of aloneness. Solitude also deepens our connection with the natural world. In stillness, we become more attuned to the rhythms of life, the rustling of leaves, the shifting of clouds, the quiet pulse of the earth. These moments remind us that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. Solitude strips away the barriers that create a sense of otherness, allowing us to feel the interconnectedness of all living things. Moreover, solitude provides the fertile ground for spiritual connection. It is in the silence of being alone that many people feel closest to the divine or to a larger universal presence. Without the distractions of the outer world, the subtle whispers of inner truth and transcendence can finally be heard. This spiritual intimacy nurtures a profound sense of belonging, not to a specific group or relationship, but to existence itself. Through solitude, we discover that connection does not begin externally but arises from within. It is the realization that true connection, whether with ourselves, others, or the universe, is not something we find outside, but something we cultivate in the stillness of being. Discomfort, though often avoided, is a powerful force that pushes us toward the truths we might otherwise overlook. It is in the moments of unease, when the ground beneath us feels unsteady, that we are compelled to question, explore, and grow. Discomfort is not an obstacle to be feared, but a signal that we are on the threshold of discovery. At its core, discomfort disrupts the illusion of stability. It shakes us out of complacency, challenging the narratives we have constructed to maintain a sense of security. When we feel discomfort, it is often because we are confronting something unfamiliar, unresolved, or hidden, something that demands our attention and introspection. This confrontation is the starting point for uncovering deeper truths about ourselves and the world around us. Discomfort forces us to examine the aspects of life we may have been avoiding. Whether it is the unease of a difficult conversation, the pain of change, or the loneliness of solitude, these experiences compel us to look beyond the surface. In doing so, we often discover insights and realizations that were inaccessible in moments of ease. This process is not without its challenges. Discomfort can feel overwhelming, even paralyzing, but it is precisely this intensity that makes it transformative. By leaning into the discomfort rather than resisting or suppressing it, we allow it to work as a teacher. It reveals our vulnerabilities, our attachments, and the areas where growth is most needed. Moreover, discomfort tests our resilience and adaptability. It shows us what we are capable of enduring and how we can emerge stronger on the other side. Each moment of discomfort becomes a stepping stone, building the courage and wisdom necessary to face future challenges with greater clarity and confidence. In the realm of truth-seeking, discomfort is an indispensable companion. It points us toward the questions we need to ask and the answers we are ready to receive. Without discomfort, there is no impetus to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge the status quo, or to embrace the unknown. It is in these moments of unease that we are closest to the edge of transformation, where the superficial falls away and the profound begins to emerge. The illusion of separation is one of the most persistent and deeply ingrained perceptions of human experience. We navigate the world believing in boundaries between ourselves and others, between me and not me, between the individual and the vastness of existence. Yet in moments of stillness, true, undisturbed stillness, this illusion begins to dissolve, revealing a profound truth that we are not isolated entities, but threads in an infinite, interconnected web of life. In stillness, the distractions and noise that reinforce separation fade away. The labels we cling to, our names, roles, identities, become quieter, less definitive. As we sit in the quiet of our being, we begin to sense something deeper, something constant beneath the surface. This is the awareness that the boundaries we perceive are constructs of the mind, not the fabric of reality itself. Stillness allows us to experience the interconnectedness of all things. The breath we draw is the same air that has moved through forests, across oceans, and into countless other beings. The stillness of a moment connects us to the stillness of the earth, the cosmos, and the timeless rhythm of existence. In this state, the sense of self as separate dissolves, and what emerges is a feeling of unity and knowing that we are not apart from the world, but intimately woven into it. This dissolution of separation is not a negation of individuality, but a deeper understanding of it. It reveals that our uniqueness is not a barrier to connection, but a facet of the whole. The I that we so often defend is simply a wave on the ocean, distinct yet inseparable from the vast waters that give it form. Through stillness, we also come to understand that the divisions we create between ourselves and others are reflections of our inner fragmentation. As we quiet the mind and soften the ego, the walls that divide us, fear, judgment, and misunderstanding, begin to crumble. We see ourselves in others and others in ourselves, recognizing that the same essence animates all life. In this profound state of presence, stillness becomes a mirror to the infinite. It reminds us that separation is a fleeting illusion, one that obscures the truth of our interconnectedness. It is in the quiet, where there is nothing to prove and nowhere to go, that we rediscover our place within the whole. And so, as we reflect on loneliness, solitude, discomfort, and stillness, we begin to see that these experiences, though often unwelcome, are sacred guides. They strip away the distractions and illusions of separation, revealing truths that connect us to ourselves, to others, and to the infinite fabric of existence. Loneliness is not a void to be feared, but a path to be walked with courage and curiosity. It reminds us that within the silence lies the profound realization that we are never truly alone. for we carry within us the essence of all life. So let us embrace the moments that challenge us, the spaces that feel empty, and the truths that unsettle us. For it is through these experiences that we uncover the depths of our being and find our place in the ever-unfolding tapestry of the universe. Thank you.